Hello and thanks for joining us. We're starting with a star-studded event and one of the most anticipated fashion shows of the year. Jay-Z, Beyoncé, Zendaya, Balvin and Jaden Smith and Lewis Hamilton were among the 1,800 guests present in Paris for the unveiling of Pharrell Williams' first menswear collection for Louis Vuitton. Williams took over the position in February after the death of designer Virgil Abloh. The show took place on the city's oldest bridge, Pont Neuf, and the musician revisited the logos that have made LV so successful, showing he understands the codes of this iconic fashion house.
I had a little sneak peek, but it's just speechless. I'm speechless.
This is a special night for him and for LV and for the culture, so I'm excited.
I'm so happy for him, his culture. That's the OG. He's the one who taught us about fashion, streetwear, lifestyle, jewelry. He is the man.
And Williams hasn't forgotten his musical roots. After the show, there was a performance by a 50-piece orchestra and Jay-Z. Next to the largest show ever devoted to the Italian Renaissance taking place at Paris's Louvre. The show features work from the Capodimonte Museum in Naples, never before exhibited in France. Catherine Viette has more.
In the largest museum in the world, Italian painters have pride of place in the Grand Gallery, a collection that has had to make some room for prestigious artworks from the Capodimonte Museum. By intermixing the work of the two institutions, the exhibition Naples and Paris becomes the largest show ever devoted to the Italian Renaissance.
The effect is so surprising, and I find that interesting.
I'm overjoyed because I get to see the Bellini from Capodimonte that I didn't get to see because the Capodimonte is too big. And I know the Louvre well, so that's lucky.
I find the juxtaposition innovative and interesting.
The Capodimonte Museum in Naples is undergoing a facelift. Currently closed to the public, the museum has lent 70 major works, including this Baroque porcelain sculpture, the largest in the world. Also quite fragile, it's never left Italy before. The museum has also entrusted the Louvre with its star piece, the Flagellation of Christ, signed by Caravaggio.
Caravaggio has become almost a rock star of Baroque painting. His name is the most beloved and well-known. Our era identifies more with Caravaggio than, say, Raphael.
Other exceptional treasures, this box from the 17th century. Paintings by Francesco Mazzola and Artemisia Gentileschi, one of the first women to be recognized for her artistry. But the painting the Louvre's curator is most excited about is this Crucifixion by Masaccio. There are no works by the Italian artist in the museum's permanent collection.
The loan from the Capodimonte makes it possible for us to fill one of the gaps in the Louvre for 6 months. It's been an obsession in the painting department for the past 50 years to be able to hang a painting by Masaccio finally to complete the collection. We don't have any of his works, but we're very happy with the loan from Capodimonte.
The exhibition will run for 6 months, and it's considered one of the summer's blockbuster shows.
A new gallery in Paris is giving pride of place to contemporary African art. Gallery 110, Véronique Reifel, has chosen to honour the work of Togolese artist Clay Epaneuvon, who's lived in France for 30 years. The Total Black exhibition is an immersive plunge into his world. Natasha Milleray went to meet the artist at his studio in the Paris suburb of Seine-Saint-Denis.
Oh, bienvenue chez Clay Epaneuvon. Bonjour France 24, venez. Clay Aponouvon is a visual artist from Togo. It's here in his studio north of Paris that he keeps his precious materials.
This is black plastic film. It's what they use to wrap pallets in trade.
A stretchy black plastic film he discovered at a local wholesaler's and which has become his signature. Clay Aponouvon left Togo for France 30 years ago to follow his dream of being an artist. But on arrival in Seine-Saint-Denis, his first impression was the harshness of living conditions.
Before I came to France, I didn't know I was black. But when I got here, I saw people like myself, the conditions they were living in, the jobs they were supposed to do, the roles they had to play here. They had to clean up the country, clean up the cities, and then go back to the suburbs. My dream was impossible. I had to admit that I was black. But if I admit that I'm black, then I can use it.
An observation that's continued to fuel his work ever since. In 2015, the artist created the Black Film of Lampedusa, an installation made up of everyday objects wrapped in plastic, and a criticism of the indifference to the frequent migrant tragedies. Today, Clay Aponouvon is continuing work on his Black Profile series, which he started 4 years ago.
Right now, I'm welding pieces of plastic together. Each time I try to find different pieces, different shades of black, and I combine them to create new profiles.
Glossy black, burnt black, matte, oily or velvet black, like many different facets of skin. 3 black profiles are on show in this new Paris gallery as part of an exhibition devoted to the artist. Its name, Noir Total or Total Black, refers to Africa's oil industry, as well as to the power of the continent's men and women.
He manages to strike a balance with a very committed message, both politically and environmentally, but without it being presented as a political slogan. It's always very subtle, and all the more powerful for that. And that, for me, is what makes his work so special. It's both minimalist and highly meaningful.
His hues recall the work of Pierre Soulages, a comparison the artist embraces.
I discovered Soulages through his idea. Light springs from black. It's a line that touched me straight away. I felt like it was about me. But I couldn't paint with black because Soulages had already made it his own.
Like Soulages' Beyond Black before, Clay Aponouvon's Total Black reflects a glimmer of hope.
And the exhibition is on until the end of July. And now to one of Morocco's most popular cultural events, the Nawa World Music Festival in Essaouira. The festival highlights the traditional spiritual music, which was added to UNESCO's heritage list in 2019. More than 30 Nawa masters from all over Morocco performing on stage alongside artists like Kai Mani Mali and Belgian musician Celassou. Valériane Gauthier, Armel Coe and Yong Chim are there for us.
It's one of the highlights of the Nawa World Music Festival, the opening parade. It marks the beginning of 3 days of celebration here in the city of Essaouira. The Nawa masters, who are coming from all over Morocco, march in the old town with these large drums called tbal and their castanets. It's a moment of joy and sharing inherited from slaves who originally came from West Africa.
The parade represents the Hada. The Hada is a procession, an invitation to the public, for people to follow us and join us in the square to share the music on stage. It's a sort of ceremony. The Hada is an invitation for people to come to the event.
Hello, Celassou. Hi. So you are one of the headliners at this Nawa Music Festival. Why did you want to participate to this festival?
because it's in an amazing country and an amazing place, and I've only heard really good things about this festival, that it's really quality music, that people that only love music really come to the festival. So that's what every artist's dream is, to play at a place where it's nice and sunny, and I'm from Belgium and it's always raining there, so everybody on tour with my band and everybody's happy.
And did you know about Nawa culture before coming here?
No, actually my bass player knows a lot about Nawa music, and he says he showed me something yesterday. I really loved it.
It wasn't easy, I know for sure, but that's no reason to drag it in the past, let it go and just be who you are now.
Some 40 concerts will take place here. More than 250,000 people are expected to join this unique musical experience.
Well, we'll leave you with a teaser for this weekend's Paris Music Festival Solidays, which is celebrating its 25th birthday with stars like Balvin and Chaka Ponk performing. 25,000 people are expected, and all the proceeds go to supporting the fight against HIV/AIDS. Thanks for watching. See you next time.